Hey guys, so the other day I was in a computer repair shop and I was asking the guy, I'd never been in there before, just driven by, but I decided to stop by and I was asking the guy about bringing my Powermac G3 in for service, just to get the CPUs repasted and just to do like kind of a thorough checkout, or, well, you know, thorough review of it, just to tidy up any ends that might need done. I know for sure the CPUs have probably never been repasted in about 20 years, so um, it's a good time to go do that. um, I don't really feel like messing with it myself. I could probably do it, but it does have the liquid cooling on there, and I know you have to, once you get the heat sinks off there, repaste it, put it all back together, you have to run some diagnostic software to get the fans running properly, because if you don't do that, they'll just run full blast and they're just not properly calibrated. So I stopped in there to see if he would be willing to do that for me, and he said yeah, he could probably do that after the holiday season and everything, once he has some time. But I noticed this Powermac G3 sitting on the floor over there, and I commented on it, and I said nice Powermac G3. He was like, oh yeah, thanks, and he's like, you want it? I was like, really? He was like, yeah, you can have it. I was just like, uh, yeah, I mean, if you're just giving it away, like, sure. I was actually kind of looking at picking one of these guys up maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I just kind of decided to hold off on it. And yeah, it's kind of a funny story. He said he was about ready to take it to the dump, but since I knew what it was, um, he was like, I'd be willing to let you just have it. So, long story short, I just walked out of there with it, free Powermac G3, and didn't really know much about it, or I knew it was a Powermac G3, but as far as the condition it was in and everything, the case is a little rough. It's got some cracks in some spots. I think you can see a crack up here in this corner, which is pretty common. And actually, the handles don't have any cracks on them, but the side casing does. So nothing too severe, like none of the feet are broken or anything. Just common stuff for a machine of this age. But I was more than happy to take it off his hands for him. And so I got it home and I looked inside, and he had the power cable in there, which is nice. But I was pretty sure, I was kind of hoping maybe it had an upgraded graphics card, but on closer inspection, I saw it was the Rage 128, which was standard with these machines. Let's see here. Yeah, it's got the Rage 128, so I was looking online for graphics cards, and it's either going to be the 64 megabyte. I'm either going to upgrade it to the 64 megabyte Radeon 7000, or I'd like to put a 9200 in there, Radeon 9200, but they're just ridiculous prices on those cards. It's a PCI graphics card, so this is pre-AGP. But yeah, for the price difference, the 9200 is a 128 megabyte card, and it's the best card you can put in these. But they sell for, I'm talking like, what was it? I saw a flashed one going for, no, that was a 7000. The 7000 I can find for anywhere from like 50 to 100 bucks. And that's kind of like the second best card. But the 9200, God, there's people selling them online for like $1,000 and $1,500. So I think it's just a rare card, and you know, they're hard to come by. So I don't think I'm going to be I don't think I'm going to be spending that kind of money for one of those. So I think I'm going to settle on the 7000, which is still a good card. It's actually probably a better pairing of graphics cards with this machine than the 9200 is. I've heard it's better in OS 9 or classic environment, which is what I plan on running this machine in. This is going to be like my classic machine. So no, I'm not really interested in running OS X on this. That's what I have my G5 for. So OS 9, I plan on installing in this. Didn't come with a hard drive, so what I did was let's see here, I've got a spare hard drive laying around from my G5, or actually my Mac Pro. This came out of my Mac Pro, but it's a serial ATA. Not sure. Sorry, I know the lighting's not great, but yeah, serial ATA. And what I did was I bought a IDE to serial ATA adapter, and I'm just gonna run this in it. Hopefully it works. It's a 250 gig hard drive, and I don't even know if these systems can recognize that much space or utilize that much space in a single hard drive. But I figure, say it only recognizes 80 gigs of the 250, you know, that's fine with me. I don't need the whole 250. I'm just trying to use what I have laying around, and I knew I had a hard drive laying around, so I picked up I'm waiting for it to ship in. It's a IDE adapter that'll go from here, this connector here, to a serial ATA, so I can run that hard drive there. And the RAM, as far as RAM goes, it's got these are 128 megabyte sticks, so that's at least 3. I'm not sure what this stick is. It's different than the other 3. I haven't been able to power it on and actually look at it yet until those parts come in, but waiting on the IDE adapter and VGA to DVI adapter, so I can just hook it up to my cinema display or something. But I did power it on. It boots, or I mean it starts up. It doesn't have a hard drive in it to actually boot from, but it does power up. So yeah, that's kind of an unexpected find, just from going into a PC store here near me and asking about getting my G5 worked on. I ended up picking up this Powermac G3. I've been wanting one for a little while now. As you can see here, I'm going to come around the other side. This door, or it's not the door, but just the other panel, it's got a pretty good crack on it, and the top here, I'm not sure what this is from. It actually looks a little worse on the camera than it does in person, but I don't know, it looks like somebody maybe sat their drink on top of it or something, or I'm not sure. It looks like a imprint from a drink, but yeah, it's all scratched up, and I tried to buff it out. It's not coming out, so that's like a permanent stain there. But yeah, I'm gonna try to get it running without the graphics card, because it does have that 128 in it, which is VGA. One sec here. And I don't actually have any. I do have a couple monitors that are VGA, but I'm using those in my other setup, so I'd rather get something running DVI. But yeah, that's just a quick quick overview of this guy here. I was pretty excited to pick it up. There's another crack there. Yeah, I busted up door panel. And now that I have this thing, like, I don't know, I might run it as a, I might pick up another one of these eventually and have like a donor machine, because I'd like to have one of these in good condition, which, you know, it's not great. This one's not in great condition, but it's not horrible either. So it's something to work with. I don't even know how fast the processors are. It's either going to have a 350 or a 300, 350, or 400. So I just kind of assume it's probably going to be a 300. But yeah, it'll be fun to tinker around with, and I'm excited to play around with it, make some videos on it. So yeah, stay tuned to see how that goes, and I'll catch you in the next one.